G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 and welcome back to Grimforge. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we finally freed our gnome friends from their Duergar captors. Surprisingly, after all that's happened, including us killing Nair and taking his head, the Duergar are not completely hostile to us just yet. We did make enemies of these ones over here because they were treating these Rothe very, very badly. Unfortunately, those Rothe seem to have turned on us as well. I mean, we didn't deal the final blows, so I'm feeling a little bit happy about that. At the very least, we didn't have to kill them ourselves. But yeah, they were sort of talking about trying to get through here because there were bits of adamantine, and that reminded me that we still need to look for the adamantine forge, which should be somewhere here. Hopefully we come across it soon. Another big revelation is the fact that the Temple of Shar that we've been trying to look for around this area seems to actually... I guess that was just like some kind of a clue. We were supposed to pick something up, have a read of it or whatever it is, and update the quest. And now we seem to need to move sort of further south. So hopefully we can find the Night Song as a result. What I'm going to do initially though is I'm going to perhaps make my way down into this area. We'll see if there are no additional Duergar that we want to try and demolish. Maybe. I mean, I could just simply start attacking these guys, but I don't want to make enemies of all of them. Like these ones up here, they seem friendly enough. But some of these other ones, like Sick Pit for instance, like he seems alright. And I wouldn't really want to take him out. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps maybe we come back and deal with them later when we have to, because you never know. They may all still turn on us eventually. Again, still surprised that they haven't already turned on us by now. So, what are we doing at this point? Well, we are in need of making it across to this side. Ooh, I see another mold over there, which we need to try and get to. Let's just go this way. And what I'm gonna do is get at least the majority of us positioned in the spot where we need to I guess catch that platform really. And that way we should be able to traverse the rest of Grimforge. So I believe we need to try and get to the platform on this side first though. So I'm thinking Lae'zel is going to be pretty pivotal to try and get us to the right places. I'm just looking down this way, and I keep seeing like this bit of laculite, and I'm always sort of wondering whether or not I can actually get to that somehow. Just sort of looking at the map as well. Of course, Ursa has been left behind. Yeah, there is potentially a way down there. But do I really care just for a little bit of laculite? I don't know. Anyway, let's make our way this way, and I'll look after Ursa separately.
And these things have stayed interesting. These boots have seen everything.
Okay, so we might need to split off Lae'zel. And I'm sort of hoping that Lae'zel might be able to jump across. I don't really know if that is the case or not, but I suppose we can sort of cheese that a little bit, right, by getting her to just go back to the camp, and then I suppose we can just, you know, go to the camp ourselves and then get someone else out of the party and bring them. So I could maybe switch out Lae'zel with, say, Karlach, for instance, if we're just looking for more tanks. I'm super curious now. Sorry guys, I know I'm getting a little distracted here, but I'm curious to see if there's maybe a way for us to jump down. I mean, there's a surface down there, but we would take damage. It does mean that we could possibly do like Featherfall to get to this Laculite, but then is there anything else down here worth looking at? Hang on a second. Ah! Perhaps what I've missed is the ability to jump up this way and over this wall. Potentially.
I crave blood.
Alright, well, maybe we're going to have to try and remember to come back and do that. Have I read this plaque?
In the beginning came morning, then night. Two sisters clashed, one dark and one light.
Alright. All about Selûne and Shar. Let's come up this way. Ooh, a scimitar mold. Potion of Featherfall. I mean, that's timely. I could use the Featherfall potion right away to get down here, potentially. We could experiment with that, but let's try and get our party across, though, where they need to go. I wonder if this is a good spot for it, or if I should bring it up a little bit. I suppose maybe having it relatively level is better. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring the rest of the party across. Hopefully everyone can actually reach.
Covered in rust. Must be older than bone dust.
There's no time to waste.
This could be a little finicky. Just want to make sure that we give Ursa enough space. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she can definitely reach. Alright, so...
Assume nothing.
yeah. I wonder if I can get Lae'zel onto the platform as it's moving across this way. But then once we're here... oh, okay, we've got a portal. That's brilliant. We should be able to portal people across anyway. So I might not even need to grab Karlach, to be honest.
Let's get going.
Okay. Yes, we do need to lower it a little bit. Oh no, that's the wrong one. My bad. There we go.
Can't give up now.
Okay, so let's get everyone across.
Moving ahead.
I wonder how many molds there are in total. Perhaps maybe there's a mold for every single type of weapon that's available in the game. Maybe. So let's grab that. Anything else worth taking? Not sure. Though, before we forget, it's probably a good idea we get Karlak across. That way we've got all of our party members.
My mind. And, well, in it.
And I suppose it's a little bit of looting time. Maybe we do need to be a little bit careful about traps. Praise be to the Lady of Loss. She has, through Sister Ansar, taught Brother Siluv the true nature of our lives, that they are loss and nothing but loss. Through that sorrowful lesson, he has turned from his fame and following and come to us into the Lady's loving embrace. But he has not left everything behind. The man once known as Siluv Yali brings with him his miracles of metallurgy. This dark alloy, adamantine, will let us spread the Dark Lady's will with new fervor. I guess we're getting close to the forge.
How much farther can I go?
Forge Overlook.
Forge your blade in the fires and raise it in the mistress's name.
Dark Justiciar Helm. Swathed in shadow. While obscured by shadow, the wearer gains +1 to saving throws when attacked. Constitution saving throws. I mean, it seems like a very specific situation to be in. So I don't know how useful that is, and I mean, I immediately think of Shadowheart, since it just says Dark Justiciar, but I don't really know if it would be any good for her, though. I mean, compared to Wapira's crown, I think maybe not.
Still alive, so that's
But at the very least, we will send it to camp.
Don't waste a step.
Scribbled notes. Let's have a read. Must find new resources. Nearby mithril veins are near depletion, and the quantities required for Brother Siluv's most recent project were considerable. Some of the acolytes have taken to calling it Grim for the place it was made, though never within Brother Siluv's hearing. Dark Justiciar Mask. +1 to intimidation. Is this something? Yeah, okay, it does occupy the same slot as helms and stuff, so yeah. Let's just send it to camp. I guess I'll send this to camp as well. And yeah, we just need this mold. We've got a lot of molds on us, and I'm thinking I probably want to send those to camp. The Spider's Lair, I have another one, as I said, and I think it's probably a good idea for us to just send it to camp as well. The Broken Moon Lantern, maybe we can keep it in the camp for when we need it. This can go to the camp as well. And I'm sort of thinking of swapping out our boots, provided I eventually find something better for our amulet slot. So I'll keep it on me for the time being. And then we'll sort of see if we can go digging around for amulets. Worthy amulets. Maybe I can even steal the amulet that Karlach has. The Spectator Eyes. Or Spectator Eye. Okay, what do we have here? Forge construction log. Definitely want to have a look at that. Plenty of books and stuff. Let's just break everyone off again. Alright, just a lot of valuable things that we can convert to gold. I guess this is what we're really here for. Alright, let's have a read. This decaying tome details the scientific and arcane principles behind the Great Forge's construction. The results of multiple experiments are explained in exhausting detail. Hammer test. I don't know how to read the dates in Baldur's Gate, but anyway. The forge is functional, but operating at a scant 1/3 of its full potential. At current fractalization values, the hammer can force various iron alloys into molds, but adamantine remains unmoved and unmarked, increasing levels of hypo-torque to 6.94, doubling magma heat values. Hammer test. Test successful. So hot was the magma that the adamantine shattered entirely under the force of the hammer. The properties of superheated adamantine are intriguing, but I seek to mold it, not to crush it, maintaining hypo-torque levels, reducing magma heat values by 1/5. Yeah, it makes sense that they needed to experiment on how to actually use, new materials. I suppose they may have perfected how to craft weapons and tools using adamantine eventually. Another plaque there. And away oh! Ooh, okay, that must be the forge. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let's come this way. Another mold. Whoop. Okay, hang on. What do we have? Animated armor. I did not even see these guys. Are we all in combat? Yes, okay. 33... 33... Yeah, these guys were basically waiting for us for an ambush. 100%. They don't seem to have very high constitution values, but let's see what they can actually do. They can do extra attacks. Anti-magic susceptibility, held together by the weave itself. This armor is incapacitated by anti-magic fields. Psychic resistance and poison resistance. But if these guys are wearing metal armors and stuff, I think thunder or lightning damage is probably the best thing to try and dish out. So a couple of them are still bunched together, and I want to take this opportunity to see if we can have Gale come in and do some kind of lightning attack. Although, I'm just looking at what we have. Unfortunately, we do not have any lightning attacks whatsoever. Yikes. Oh, and come to think of it, I've forgotten completely about mage armor. God damn. Oh. I guess maybe we can just go big on Fireball. That's our level 3 spell slot. I wonder if I should get a better angle, or if I should fire from there. Problem is, this guy's gonna come out, and I don't want him near any of these melee attackers at all. I think this is a good enough place for us to try, as long as we can get the right angle here. High defense. I think this is a hit, and then it should hit this guy as well. Let's do it. Wow, 31. So he's almost dead as well. So that's good. Let's maybe bring Gale back.
On my way. Still on my feet.
And yeah, this seems decent. I know it's only a 60%. I think we're good with spike growth. I think we should just do Hunter's Mark. And I'm thinking maybe Hunter's Mark on this one rather than that one there, because that one will hopefully fall.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Yep, great. So that's good. Very nice. Cull the Weak doing its thing. And let's pull you back.
Breathe deep.
As soon as this guy turns around, I think we should be able to get a few more attacks in from our current position here. Is there any way we can jump up here? Or any other pathway we can take to get up there? Yeah, it's not quite obvious to me. Any chance we can get a ranged attack in? I suppose we can. 9% though, that's pretty horrible. Let's maybe perch right there. I'm just gonna see what our chances are now. 30%. I will take it. Just because I don't really have any other decent moves. let's do it again. Let's not react. And that's okay, because I'm expecting this guy to come out and then we'll be ready for him. Hopefully we're further enough away for him to need to dash, but I think there's no guarantees there. He could easily reach us.
Can't afford to let up.
Any chance we can get this in? No. About this guy. 45% path interrupted. I might just do a bless. Or I'm thinking spiritual weapon might not be a bad move here. And this is one thing that I should be doing, come to think of it, is I should be moving Shadowheart before using spiritual weapon. That way the weapon is sort of in a position where it might be a little bit more useful. So what I'm hoping is that the spiritual weapon will be able to fly up here and deal the damage that we need it to. So let's move it up. And yeah, next turn we'll fly up there, hopefully.
Concentrate.
And how about casting this now? 35% high defense. Anything else we can do? Blade Ward might be good. Okay. So Blade Ward is something that you can only cast on yourself, I guess. Yeah, I thought you could cast it on other people, but anyway. Quoth will move you back. Don't need to get involved, I don't think. Yeah, good. I need palms, or paws rather. And let's take a few attacks here, so outside normal range. Let's get in a little bit closer. Recast this. One more. Good. So now we should be able to fly up this way using the spiritual weapon without taking a opportunity attack. But unfortunately, we won't be able to take any actions though. Which is a bit of a shame.
No choice but to keep going.
I am fury. I am death.
I could Misty Step up there. And maybe that's not such a bad thing to do. I might see if we can just take a few pot shots here, because I want the spiritual weapon to make a little bit of a difference. Sure, why not? Oh, okay. Well, I guess the game has other plans for us. Spiritual weapon didn't really do much. I don't know how I feel about spiritual weapon. Every time we've chosen to try and use it, it hasn't really served its purpose that much. Wow, look at all of that. The environmental detail in this game is just phenomenal. Amazing. We still need to try and get up here though, somehow, right? Three turns remaining. Yeah, this is just gonna simply disappear eventually, right?
Never a dull moment.
Alright, so... Oh, a scale mail mold. I wasn't expecting to be able to make armor as well from the forge. And I wonder, just thinking out loud here, but potentially there is a limited amount of adamantine, and therefore a limited amount of things that you can make from the forge. Maybe. Unless we're going to find adamantine moving forward. So I'm thinking maybe we might need to find like crates or something to try and stack and get up there. Or as I said, I can waste the Misty Step. I don't know, it seems a little excessive. Maybe we'll leave the rest of the party up here. Do some looting on our own. Definitely seems to... Oh! Is that adamantine? Possibly. Are we going to be able to go across, though? Seems very perilous. How close can we get to the magma? Ancient temple. Is that it down there? Okay, it seems to be okay for us to get close to the magma without burning to death, but I think in reality, if you were that close to scorching hot magma, you'd probably... I don't know. Would you burn? I think it would be extremely hot, probably painfully so. Jeez. Okay. It says that we're supposed to attack this, or I mean the game is pointing us to attack it, but is that really what we need to do? I don't know. I just want to grab my shovel back. And I'm just going to try to
Looking ahead.
dig in this area. If I can actually find my shovel. There.
No use digging here.
Okay. So perhaps maybe this survival check is... Oh, no. I think this is definitely what it was for. I was starting to think perhaps maybe the survival check is for the mithril vein. Okay. So should we attack this? I'm not sure, really, but I'm going to just do a quick save, just in case we, you know, completely stuff things up. Mithril ore.
Maybe I need more pockets.
1 mithril ore. Yes, okay. I mean, we're going to need it if we're going to use the forge, right?
Can't afford to stay idle. Let's try this way.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. At the ready.
Okay, interesting find there. I wonder if we should jump across this way. Perhaps maybe there's something hidden away. Or perhaps there's nothing hidden away. Ready to burst. What? Oh. Some stuff going on. What the hell is that? Yeah, okay. Things are... Well, I mean, things are always interesting, but... I was gonna say, things are starting to get interesting. I like what this game does, as soon as you start getting a little bit comfortable, it throws something new at you.
Action, not reaction.
I think I don't want to worry about looking for crates and stuff to try and get up here, so I'm just going to waste our Misty Step. And I'm fine with that.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
We'll be able to get Misty Step back anyway, once we do like a short rest. Alright, is there anything up this way? Probably not. So, just time to jump back down. And we should be on our way to try and get to this forge.
One day I'll catch a break.
Let me take a look at the journal very quickly. So, finding the Night Song. The bridge connecting the Underdark to the Sharon Temple is gone. To reach the Night Song, we'll have to go overland. Overland. Hang on. So, it's not even here. I guess we might need to find another way to get to the Night Song, which is not through the Underdark, I think. Look at this place. I mean, this is crazy.
What to do? I applaud your taste.
Let me grab myself one more level 3 spell. And, before I forget, let's actually chuck my mage armor on. Everyone has Long Strider, that's good.
No time to rest. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
times. So let's jump down here and let's see what's going on.
Breathe deep and move.
The Adamantine Forge. Brilliant. So, one thing that we have actually is this memory shard on us. And I've been meaning to actually use it for the longest time. But we've already found the Adamantine forge anyway, but why don't we use it? And perhaps maybe we'll be able to sort of take a look at some memories.
The crystal shines only faintly. A memory shard, the wizard had called it.
+3. Sure, why not? I probably should have given it to Gale, to be honest, but...
The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported, somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place, a grand forge.
Okay, and we get some inspiration. Very nice. The adamantine forge, yep, but I mean, we've already found it, so probably not as much help as one would think it is, but memory shard that revealed the location. I mean, I guess maybe we're not close enough to complete the quest. Yeah, there we go. We found the forge. Now we need to figure out how to activate it. Well, my assumption is that we've got the materials required to make, you know, something out of one of these molds. But the question I have now is whether or not we will find more of this material or not. So there's a lever there, there's a lever here. Mold chamber. We may as well take a look at that first. Yep, so when we decide what to make, we just drop one of the molds in, and that's fine. Mold injection lever.
Won't budge.
I suppose there might be an order of things. Okay, yeah. So it's a bit dangerous around here. So we gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, I can call Ursa again. That's not really a problem. But let's get people out of the way so that they don't get flattened by this gigantic hammer.
Action, not reaction.
Alright, what now?
But there must be a way for us to insert the ore, or the adamantine, right? There's a lava valve down there. How do we get to the lower levels? Doesn't seem too obvious to me. There is a pathway over this side though, so I suppose we should follow the pathway first, and then perhaps maybe that might get us to where we need. Haven't interacted with the crucible actually. Right. So maybe the ore goes in here? Possibly. But now comes the difficult part of deciding what mold to use. And I really don't know, you know, what kind of weapons it would produce and whether or not it would be good for certain party members. Obviously, we've got something that we're using which we're pretty happy with at the moment, this jolt shooter, but I don't know about everyone else. Lae'zel's sword seems to be really good, and Lathander's blood seems to be really good as well. So yeah, like, and if we only have a little bit of the ore, we're going to need to make a very tough decision on, you know, what to make, right? I mean, this pathway doesn't seem to be taking us down there. Hang on, hang on. Is this some kind of an elevator, perhaps? Or... So I see the gears, though it doesn't look like it would take us all the way down there. Maybe up this way, in fact. Help the spirit of the amulet. Did we miss an entire section over this way? Maybe. But we can always come back, so it's not really too much of an issue, I wouldn't think.
The lava's erupting. Better watch my step.
Okay, so... Just watching these things, we do seem to have a situation where not only is there an explosion, but it does leave a trail of fire behind. So yeah, traversal will be very difficult. Maybe we need to sort of time, like, our movements. If we go one by one though, and then reach the end, and if we're under attack, that could be... Oh, yeah. We've got lava elementals here as well. That seems like a lot of fun. Probably a good time for a quick save. Let's get out. So he's sort of patrolling around. I'm thinking if we're gonna fight it, it'd be good if we're already in position up this way. But we're definitely going to need more party members rather than just blue. I kind of want to see if this thing has any weaknesses, or, you know, what the deal is with it. And also, I wonder if I'm further away enough to not draw its attention. Disturbs nearby lava, making it bubble and explode. Okay, so once we take this guy out, regain 20 to 120 hit points when starting a turn in lava. What? So maybe what we want to do is maybe we want to draw its attention to us. Maybe we want to fight it here. Blue has Misty Step. We could Misty Step back here and draw it to us. That might not be a bad idea. I just don't know what kind of attacks it'll do, whether or not it's projectile or melee. I'm thinking it's probably going to be melee.
Eager for battle.
Just gonna reposition and get everyone set up over in this side. The goal, I hope, is to get him to jump up this way or need to traverse that way to try and get to our party. Blue, I think, should be able to do Misty Step back up this way. That's not really going to be too much of an issue. Gale, I'm thinking Ice Knife or Ray of Frost.
Step by step.
Hopefully, I mean, I didn't see whether or not it had a weakness to frost or ice. It didn't seem to have it, but I could be wrong.
What's next?
It could be weak to it. It just seems to make sense, in my opinion. Okay, and I think our opportunity is coming up right here.
Mustn't let anyone see.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Let's do it. Yep. Let's do another. And I want to Misty Step out of there.
What now?
And we'll tuck Blue in the back
ready.
there. Actually, maybe that wasn't the best move. I am thinking to do Spike Growth over here. That could potentially do a bit of damage. But yeah, we need this thing out of the lava. I don't think we'll be able to do too much without it sort of regenning all the time. End turn. And yeah, I guess we don't really need to do too much at the beginning here. I don't think I could even reach. I suppose she could fire off a few shots there.
Let my name be known.
I mean, if we bring it down low enough to reach 0 in the lava, I suppose we could kill it that way, but then we might have trouble actually looting it, right? So there's that.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I think it's probably better that we go in with some buffs and stuff. So why don't we do... Beacon of Hope. Just in case. Come to think of it, we don't have Ursa, do we? Totally forgot about that. Do I do another spiritual weapon? Maybe. What would this thing be susceptible to, though? Surprise, temporarily hostile. I think we should just do whatever. Even greatsword seems fine to me. Why don't we come this way? We'll summon the sword. Be able to move back a tiny little bit, not too much. And yeah, so the spiritual weapon should be ready over here to deal with this thing when it approaches.
Ready.
Death is but a word away.
Gale. Do we get Gale to do Cloud of Daggers immediately down here? I really don't know if this thing can jump to this location. It might be able to, right? Like, in which case, the Cloud of Daggers would be wasted. Haste might not be a bad thing to do. I think maybe we can chuck it on... yeah, maybe blue. And I think we can just stay here, to be honest. So he hasn't really restored any HP that time. We are dealing a decent amount of damage, though. So that's pretty good. Can I... yeah, I can definitely get Hunter's Mark on. So let's move back a little bit more.
Victory awaits.
And yeah, I don't really know how good doing any of this is,
Taste
but I
my
suppose I
fury.
may as well, right? Alright, let's tuck her back there.
My faith will protect me.
And I suppose we can take a few pot shots here as well. Let's move
On I
back.
go.
And
Battle of wits.
what do we do with Gale? That's a very good question. Magic missile. Problem is, I don't want Gale to be out this way and not be able to sort of run back. Blade Ward, a couple of turns. Yeah, I am actually not sure what would be a good thing to do with Gale. Maybe I should just use Blade Ward, better than not taking an action there, and I'll still leave Gale here. Okay, so let's end turn. He still hasn't hasn't restored its HP yet. So I am actually quite surprised about that. I thought by now we would have seen it regenerate. But I am pretty happy with that. I was initially going to use Spike Growth, but I guess we've already cast Hunter's Mark now, so we might not need that anymore. Plus, it is getting very close to being down, so we might even be able to finish it here, so...
You can take me on.
Wow. Cull the Weak is just so good. I feel like maybe we over-prepared that fight, but I think it's better to be over-prepared and cautious. How are we doing here?
With magic.
Whatever comes.
I suppose... I mean, we've still got a lot of resources, but in the spirit of, you know, not hoarding and being a bit liberal on resources, I should just use my rests. And yeah, let's get Blue down here.
Alright, what now? What path lies before me?
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what we can get from this. Just a whole bunch of stuff to sell though. Wasn't super special. So, no more exploding lava blobs to deal with. That's very, very beneficial. I wonder if we should go around here, check out what's going on there. I suppose we should. And let me do another quick save here. I don't know if perhaps maybe we could be ambushed again up here, but I don't really see anything. So my assumption is that things are pretty safe. Adamantine chest. I mean, we should be able to open that. No issues. I don't have guidance, but that's okay.
Don't get
Try it anyway. Decent roll there. What do we have? Sentient amulets. So we've got Shatter. Talk to the sentient? What? Speak with the consciousness lingering inside the sentient amulet. What? I don't even know what that means. Key restoration. Using the spiritual energy in the amulet, you restore 2 key points. This might be something to do with a specific class, right? The, monk or something, maybe. Replenishable resource. Keys the magic that flows through all living beings. You can use key points to fuel your advanced monk techniques. Right. Well, probably not that useful for us then, considering we have no monks in our party. But yeah, we'll take everything.
Thou hast come!
The amulet is heavy, but holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly, the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Can thou endure?
Ah, yes, we did hear about a amulet that's one of the justiciars had, which made them laugh. let's fight the urge. +3 on wisdom. I'm wishing I had someone here to give us guidance now, but didn't need it. But who knows, we might have to roll again.
The laugh urge fades. A quiet power spreads from hand to head, then down to your feet.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh if not one step toward madness? Thou art the one! Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
Return you where? To whom?
To thy granddaughter, Shira Clarwen. Serves Ilmata, she does. She waits in Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh, thou shalt be blessed indeed.
Worm's Crossing. Are you a ghost? What happened to you?
A ghost? I am sunlight on water, dew on grass. Sharons broke my body, but my spirit they could not. Well, not completely.
Okay. So it's gone crazy or something
Thou shalt
from...
return me home. It is written.
Maybe he was tortured or something like that. Maybe his mind broke. And with it, his spirit as well. Which sounds kind of sad. Yeah, sure. I mean, I will take you to your granddaughter at Worm's Crossing. But we can do some of this other stuff as well. Let's focus on the entity to see what intentions it has. I mean, we already know that he wants us to do something, but... Oh. We've got a couple of inspiration though, right? Let's try it again. Come on. Yes.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
Alright, I will find your granddaughter and I will return you to her at Worm's Crossing.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
Should we examine the amulet? I don't know what good this will do, but we may as well. Oh, just. Oh, yes, just. Oh, Lord.
Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun.
Oh, yeah. Our religion is not too good. Consider the inscribed image. What could it mean? I mean, this is a losing battle, but you never know. And I'm not really going to use my last inspiration for this, I don't think.
The image is striking, but you find no meaning in it.
Alright, well, let's stow the amulet.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Alright, very interesting indeed. Yes, this is part of that quest that we did end up picking up about the amulet. But I reckon this is where I'm going to take a break, guys, and when we come back, we still need to try and figure out how to operate the adamantine forge, so we'll definitely try and do that in the next episode. If we end up figuring it out, what I may do is I may end up save scumming to see what kind of equipment we can get from each mold to see which one would be the best thing to make, especially if we only have a little bit of the ore to work with, right? So we've only found the one mithril ore so far. Secretly, I'm hoping that there's more down here in the Underdark, or perhaps maybe even elsewhere, but yeah, I'm not sure if that is the case. Anyway guys, chuck us that like down below if you enjoyed it. As usual, subscribe if you're new, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.